Hello and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Here I am in my new studio, also known as the Great Outdoors at campus. Today we're starting a new series. It is based around using mods, although not so much, but it is based around this craft, which is a small shuttle that is almost, well, I was about to say almost completely reusable, but you know, these boosters, which make up, I bet, a huge chunk of the cost, they take up a lot of it. So let's actually see how much, because we have mods such as the Kerbal Engineer Redux, which will tell us that it costs a ton of money for the shuttle, but a lot more for the boosters. I'm guessing that's what these two are. I don't actually know, really. So let's just take that off and let's go launch it. So today I'm quite possibly launching a few new series. The first of which is this one, which is based around delivering stuff to orbit with this shuttle, which this particular one doesn't have anything in it because, you know, we're not using it. Some other mods we're using the what do you call this? The Ion Cross crew support plugin, which causes crew to generate carbon dioxide and consume oxygen. As you can see, we're already generating some carbon dioxide, and I'm a little worried. And it also requires power usage to run, and so I don't know how that's going to go. We also have the Kerbal Crew Manifest to allow us to add and remove crew on the ground if necessary. Let me see if I can get these doors to close. There we go. Alright, I'm going to close those. I'm going to hit G to raise our landing gear, so we are all set to launch. We're already at full throttle, we got full tanks, we're all set to go. Tanks are going to wibbly wobbly a little bit, but that's okay. We can handle it. I feel just a little bit crazy because here I am, the crazy person, out in the middle of nowhere recording in, basically I'm recording this, there's this, I don't even know where I am in relation to other things really, but it's at my college and I am outside in the beautiful nature, and this thing has quite a bit of kick when you don't have anything on board. Basically today's run is a test run to make sure this thing can go into orbit and come back home safely with crew aboard, because I don't actually know if it can. And also just say hello, do another KSP video, show you this shuttle, tell you that I haven't quite finished that cinematic thing I was supposed to be finishing, but I will finish it very soon. In fact, I'm going to go work on editing that right after I'm finished recording this. Don't know when I'll post it though, I have no idea. Maybe that'll come out before this. I really have no idea. And there's people in the background, because I am in public, recording this, looking crazy, because I'm crazy. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to tell you what mods I'm running too, aren't I? So I suppose I should tell you now. Unfortunately, I'm trying to turn over, and there's people that seem to be having some sort of argument. Ah, darn it. Oh, shit. I'll assume that's good enough, and I'll throttle up even though that's kind of dangerous. Let's go take a look at the map. I feel absolutely crazy. So now that the crazy people have gone away, I'm still trying to get into orbit. We are slowly packing up on carbon dioxide, but Kerbals, they can handle it. And I can always fit more stuff onto this vehicle if need be. Looks like we're good on electric charge as well. We're pretty much good on everything. So I think I will try to go ahead and tell you about the mods I have installed, although I could run out of time and you know, not get into orbit as a result of that. So I want to, you know, be careful. I have Kerbal Engineer Redux, as you saw, which allowed me to see some information about my vessel. I have the animated cargo bay doors, which is what the main component of this craft is. I have the fire spitter, propeller plane, and helicopter parts. mod. I tried to make a helicopter with it. That didn't work at all. I don't understand helicopters, apparently. It just fell over on the left side every time, again and again, and I don't know why. And it's kind of annoying. But, oh well, that's alright. Then we have the UNSC ODST pod, which someone made, that's pretty cool. I'm going to throttle up because we're not actually getting into orbit at this rate. So there we go. Now we're about to, or rather, in a bit we're about to. I have the Mark IV fuselage system, which basically adds giant, a scaled up kind of Mark III fuselage, only it's the Mark IV fuselage. And that basically allows you to, make a giant plane that can carry stuff. It also comes with this, what do you call it? I'm trying to remember what you call it right now. It comes with some new atmospheric engines, which have their own built-in intakes, which look like the engines that you'd find on a, what do you call it? On a, like one of those planes that's like that, that's big and stuff. And we're about to run out of fuel, aren't we? No, yeah. Very slowly running out of fuel, of course, but nonetheless running out of fuel. So we will run out of fuel, and it will not be pretty. We're also, actually, our apoapsis is getting away from us, because we're very close to orbital speeds already, and we're very close to orbital altitudes. In fact, we're out of the atmosphere now. It's very nice. I'm going to go ahead and cut the engines for a moment. And Mark III cockpit internals, so if I hit C right now, it didn't work. Well, that's nice. If I exit map and then hit C, do we not have any crew on board? We do have crew. Right. But they aren't showing up. I don't... it's very, very strange. Maybe it's an issue with the mods, and... Let's see. Well, now we're in orbit, sort of. We're not actually in orbit yet, but we're on our way. And, I have the Kerbal Crew Manifest, which I already mentioned, which allows me to add and remove crew. My teacher for my web design class just walked by. I feel extremely awkward now. Then I have the Chatterer, which basically adds a little part that you can put on that basically puts random radio chatter in. How are we not losing power? That's interesting. Let me go ahead and open these. And, oh wait, no, let's not open those, because technically you wouldn't be able to open them because they run into the fuel tanks. You know what, pretend I didn't just do that. Then I have MechJeb, which I'm not using and probably won't use very often, but I may use it. Sometimes you just... Oh, come on. There we go, let's close those, because we're going to have to ditch these boosters pretty soon. Actually, no, we still got some time, so I can continue going over these mods I have installed while you can look at my pretty ship. Pretty ship. We have MechJeb, which I know is a very controversial thing to have, but you know what, whatever, it's useful sometimes. I especially love it for planes when I don't feel like flying them, but I feel like watching them fly. I can use it to tell it to fly a plane at a certain altitude, and it will fly it at that altitude. Then I have Clever Bobcat, which I only have because I needed it to have the modular multi-wheels, which are useful for giant things that need wheels, and trucks and stuff, including the trucks, which I'm gonna fly those trucks into other planets. Fly them into other planets. No, that's not what I meant. I meant fly them into, what do you call it? Fly them to other planets and land them on the other planets, not into them, just, landing, and drive them around and stuff. Clever Bobcat comes with a Jeep and a truck, I believe. I don't really intend to do anything with those, but I might, who knows? I don't know. Then we have the Dem Mark V Ant, which is that little pod thing. Let's go ahead and turn on some RCS here, and just so we can move a bit, because we're getting closer to apoapsis, and we need to be pointing prograde, so we can fire the last bit of fuel out of these, and then ditch them, and finish getting into orbit on our own power. This thing can carry a nuke into orbit, as you'll see soon enough. I'm not gonna give that away just yet, but you will get to see that. Oh, I should turn off the RCS now, and see if I can get it to go back on 90. Oh, there we go. It's on 90. And I want the Mark 1 and the Mark 2, I believe, but, you know, like the first DEMV vehicle, and I want to, you know, make some of those and bring those out as well. I have Telemachus, which is that thing that allows you to send data from your sensors to a web page, basically. I have Mission Pack, which is just like, I guess, miscellaneous missions that people have designed. I don't really know what I'll do with that, if anything. I probably won't do anything with it. I have the B9 Aerospace Pack, which gives you, that's that one that had a bit of hubbub recently with, I think Hillstash made a video on it actually. Add some new parts, which are very nice and pretty and everything, and we love them. And oh, okay. So our engines have just run out, which means it's time to ditch them. And we need to throttle up this engine and turn it on actually before those things hit us, because yes, they do like to run into each other and hit each other and stuff. Okay, we're now in an orbit. It's not the most circular of orbits, but it'll do. Fortunately, our staging bar is going to have those solid fuel boosters just hanging around, which is, I don't like that, but it's okay. And we're not losing any oxygen for some reason. I don't know why we're not losing any. It seems to be bugged in some manner. It's weird, because it says O2 rate 3 O2 an hour, which would mean positive, which would mean gaining O2, which would explain why we're not losing any. But it says CO2 -3, but that's rising like it's supposed to. So I really don't get what's up with that. Maybe, I guess it's glitched, which really sucks, because I was really looking forward to having to worry about that, and this is a test mission for that. Then we have the Kerbal attachment system, you know, that thing that allows you to attach things with ropes and whatnot, basically. So that will be fun when I get to it. We have Boat Parts R2, Revision 2, which I actually had for a while, but TMO didn't know existed until just now, which is really funny, because he kept yelling at me, "Oh my god, there's all this new stuff," and I'm like, everything you mentioned I already had. Oh hey, we just lost an oxygen. So the oxygen is draining properly. It's just that because it's such a big number, it doesn't show us the decimals, so it's draining at the same rate we're gaining carbon dioxide. So there you go, that tells us how that's going. I just noticed that the carbon dioxide storage is actually much smaller than the oxygen storage, which means we can't really stay up here too long. Oh wait, but there's a CO2 scrubber, so I guess that uses more power, or how much power do we have? We're not using any power, so is that the only thing that uses power? No, I don't. See, I don't understand this. I don't see what's going on here. Scrubber, 4.5 CO2 an hour. So apparently we're gonna, yep, it's going down now, so that's working properly. Then we, okay, so that's all the things I have installed. What I'd like to get installed now, I'm gonna move on to that part. And I'm actually going to go ahead and schedule us for a deorbit burn at some point. Let's deorbit burn, actually, right about now. Nah, let's fast forward just a little bit, and there you go. And we're going to deorbit from here. I'm going to go ahead and use RCS to, just let me just turn that off entirely. And I'm going to control it manually. I want to install damned robotics so I can accidentally turn on the throttle just now. That was smart of me. Yep. Whoops. Sorry. And I want to get the Kethane pack stuff because, hey, let's add a reason to go to these planets. I mean, I suppose maybe I just need a reason. Maybe that's why I haven't gone there yet. Because you know how I haven't. So maybe that's why. Maybe I just needed a reason. I also want the ISA map sat mod so I can make some maps and be like, ooh, I got a map. I don't really intend to use it like properly. I just want to have it just because. Kind of like how I have the Telemachus, but I'm not really intending to do anything with that either. Then I have the Gal 19 Gatling gun, which I also don't really have any purpose for. Well, to shoot stuff obviously, but I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet. You can hear the notebook that I just closed because yes, I had a notebook that was telling me what to say just now because I am forgetful. If you knew me, you would know that. But yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this plane back on the other direction, because that's the direction we should land on. It looks like our electric charge is indeed going down, but very slowly. I am ever so slightly disappointed with this plugin, because I wanted the energy to be drained quicker than this. Probably not much quicker, but, you know, a little quicker. I thought it was going to be more like, oops, what was that? That was an interesting noise. Right, I'm going to point us down at about 45 degrees for re-entry. This isn't how you re-enter a shuttle, kids. This is just how I re-enter a shuttle. And I'm going to activate some time warp to get us going down. And I really want to contact the guy who made the Iron Cross crew support plugin and see if I can convince him or get some help from him or whatever. I basically want to add in the capability to what? Oh, okay, now we're going to physical time warp. I basically want the ability to what do you call it? Actually, let's go ahead and put ourselves up here. There we go. I'm gonna coast in like this. I want the ability to slash the necessity of food. I want to have food for the Kerbals as well, because it's cool that now they require oxygen and have to keep the CO2 out, but food still isn't an issue, and I want it to be an issue. Okay, there we go. So I can turn back up the time warp. So this is a very gradual re-entry, as you can see. Nothing too crazy. Does U turn on the lights? U does indeed turn on the lights, and it looks like we have a little bit of clipping issues, which makes the light from in here come out the side, which is actually kind of interesting and funny, because that's actually kind of cool. I actually kind of like that. You can pretend like it's a light coming out of the side here, like it's intentional, you know? So yeah, this is the Dream Laugher, which was inspired by the Dream Chaser. I know it doesn't look anything like it, but I was trying to make a Dream Chaser and I couldn't make one, so I made this instead, and I liked it, and I called it the Dream Laugher, because Kerbals laugh at their dreams because of how easy they are, or because of all the explosions. Kerbals like explosions, after all. Let's go ahead and close these, because we're going to be entering the thicker part of the atmosphere soon. It's also getting kind of late and getting kind of cold out here. I want to hurry up and land so I can go inside. And fortunately, I can't really speed up any faster than this. I mean, I'm already at maximum time warp. Like I said, it's a very gradual re-entry. I love it. I really do. Is that the debris from our launch just now? I suppose it is. Oh yes, and this is my official save where I'm starting now. So, yep. We're gonna have this stuff going. Yeah. So let's see. We're starting to lose speed quite a bit. Oh, crap. Alright, I'm gonna try and hold us on this heading. Well, actually, I'm gonna probably tap it down again pretty soon. We're gonna start slowing down a lot here. So I'm going to turn down the time warp a little bit. Oop. I dipped a little lower than I intended to, and it looks like I did the timing very badly, because we are now about to land in the ocean. Did not want to do that. Now here's the question. Can we make it? See, we do actually have an engine still and quite a bit of fuel, so I think I'm going to go ahead and give us a little bit of a boost, and we're going to see if we can make it to the we're going to see if we can make it over to that land on the horizon, that very mountainous terrain. Actually, I'm curious where we are now. That is part of that crater, actually. That's interesting. And, whoa. Yeah, I'm going to turn on precision controls, although that's not going to help us particularly much. Yeah, and we're flying pretty fast, though, still. And, we're falling at a shallow angle. Thanks to the engine, almost entirely. Let's go ahead and give that a bit of a boost and see if we can stay up here a little longer. In fact, actually, I think that was a bad idea just then, because we're just using, I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm going to go ahead and keep it at full throttle because we can for a little bit longer. Our electric charge is actually dropping quite a bit now. I like that. That's probably because the CO2 scrubber. which I'm going to go ahead and turn off for now. We don't really need it. So it turns out the shuttle works fine even with the crew support required, but yeah, that's pretty cool. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and make it. I really can't tell at this point if we're going to make land or not. It's really hard to tell. I really want to, but I really don't think we are going to. Oh yeah, there is one slight flaw with this design, is that we carry an extra 160 liters of liquid fuel into orbit and back again, because there is no way to get rid of it, because we don't have oxidizer, and we can't pull oxidizer out of the atmosphere, unfortunately. So yeah, gonna try and hold this angle as much as we can. Looks like not McJeb. No, I don't have McJeb, I swear. The advanced SAS is doing about the same thing I would be doing in this situation, which is pulling up as hard as we can. Unfortunately, I did a very poor job of timing this deorbit burn, and we came into the atmosphere too soon, and there's a train horn going off, and yep. I hope you guys don't mind. I would have chosen a better time if there was one, but there really isn't one. I'm going to post this tomorrow. Hello. I'm only a day late this time. I mean a day behind you this time, because normally I record things and post them later, because I am lazy. And then when I get not lazy, I record a bunch of things and then post them later. And okay, it's not having to pull up as hard now, so we're going to pull up a little. Oh, but that's just going to drop our speed, so that's not worth holding. Okay, let's tell it to hold it there. Let's go ahead and time warp again. And I think we're still generating, like, losing oxygen and all that stuff right now, even in the atmosphere, because this plane, this shuttle even, is entirely self-contained like that. So, you know, it doesn't have a, there is a device that actually lets you pull in either oxygen or CO2 from the atmosphere, depending on the atmosphere of the planet in question. And so you can, you know, what do you call it? Words fail me sometimes. You can generate more oxygen, or just pull oxygen out of the atmosphere into your little ship of awesome. So, like Lathe, for instance. Lathe is the only other planet with an oxygen atmosphere. And, excuse me. So, you know, that's for Lathe. And we're starting to get lower now. And my computer just... So, my computer decided to hibernate my computer because the battery got too low. Now I'm fine with this. What I'm not fine with is the lack of warning. Luckily I had the ACES on when I did that, else Jeb, Bob, and Bill here might have died. Unfortunately I had to go to a library to get a charge and finish recording, so I've actually already finished this flight. I'm just recording this bit and to edit in over top of the footage explaining why I suddenly went quiet and that the screen went black and it paused and stuff, and it was, yeah. So now you get to watch me finish landing this if you want to, or if you don't want to, you don't have to. I mean, you don't have to. So I'm gonna go ahead and say my outro now. Thanks for watching, etc., etc. See you in space.